Hello, my friends. Happy Sunday, fun day to you. Happy Easter to you. Aaron here bringing your daily horoscope for the 4th of April, 2021. We've got the moon in the sign of Capricorn moving through the middle degrees. We've got the sun and Venus moving through the middle degrees of Aries, starting to create a square with one another. As the sun and Venus in the sign of Aries, it's about taking an initiative, it's about taking the start of something, feeling passionate, feeling emotional about something, and driving forward in that direction, as that's what the ruling planet, planet associated with Mars, right? So this is about taking action, the sign of Aries. Mars down there in Gemini, trying to figure out where we're going, trying to figure out what actions to take place. While the moon is up in Capricorn, this creates this tension, this balance, this square, as it's about being patient with ourselves, being patient with other people, being patient, allowing things to flourish, allowing things to grow. And we have to find a balance between rushing something and moving with a sense of urgency. It's kind of the theme of this day. When we're rushing something, this is when we skip steps. When we're moving with urgency, we're still focused on what we're doing, yet are being able to do it without being lackadaisical, without being slow-paced or in the null of things, right? So you can't skip steps as the Capricorn goat. We have to be very patient in looking at what we're doing and making sure that we're climbing and hitting each step on the way up. So if we're running and we're skipping, this is an opportunity to fall and to slip. And as Capricorn also deals with our reputation, our how people view us in the world, we don't want to come off as individuals that are jumping, skipping steps. This is like, sending a text too quickly and hitting send. And not, it's like, we just spelled everything wrong, and that was to a boss or to to someone that's of importance, as Capricorn also deals with business. And now we look foolish for not just taking that quick extra moment to make sure that we read the text and it came through properly, or sent the email properly, or anything that can be. It's not just about communication, as Mercury is also in the sign of Aries. So we can be jumping ahead of ourselves, and it's pulling back. Another aspect of this, and as the moon moves out throughout Capricorn throughout the day, I'll show you the square here. Here's our square to the sun, our square to Venus. So it's from about 6 in the morning is where it starts squaring the sun. The moon starts squaring the sun. And then here about 11 a.m. you see we're finishing the square off to Venus, and we're still going to feel that energy as the day progresses. And as we move forward, watching the moon here, it's going to start to create this conjunction to Pluto. It's going to happen around 2 a.m. on Monday technically, my time, Eastern Daylight Time. There you go, 3 a.m. So midnight around for my friends in Los Angeles, and you know where you're at. So another part of this about not rushing something and how we're perceiving something is that when we rush something, when we feel we might be making a mistake. And there's a little bit of sense of when we make a mistake, the world is just like, oh my God, you screwed up, you've done something, and now you have to learn. When we get so serious about things, we get so very serious, like, I did something wrong, and now I have to go back and look at what the cause and effects. Capricorn also, ruling planet is Saturn, which deals with karma, and there is an equal and opposite reaction to everything that we do. So we can be flustered. So then we're flustered by an error or a mistake or moving too quickly or doing something potentially wrong, that it spirals out of control, and it's like we open up the gateway or the doorway for more things to go wrong. And then there's this sense about being jovial, kind of laughing at ourselves. If we make an error, oops, it happens. We made a flub. Something happened. You missed the basket, you missed the shot, or we pulled the ham out of the oven too early, or we overcooked the ham a little bit. It's like, it's not the end of the world. And then we have other people, society, the world at large, saying like, okay, are you just going to laugh off every mistake that you make? You know? So then we have this bit of a conundrum in our head. It's just like, well, you know, when are you going to start taking things seriously? And there's a balance. There's a balance between taking things seriously and then taking things overly seriously. The Capricorn nature wants to prepare for things. This is the overpacker, packing too much clothes as we're going on vacation. And the Aries energy is like, we're going to miss the plane if we are just sitting here packing all this stuff. Let's go. And might leave something behind. Again, not saying an Aries or a Capricorn, but it's those energies that go along with it. So there's a sense of urgency right now, let's go. There's a sense of being well prepared, well rehearsed, so that we can be well received and that we can plan for something. So when these two combine together, this is helping create balance within ourselves of having our own sense of urgency without rushing something, where we're not going to miss a step. And if we do make a mistake along our path, to be lighthearted about it, to not be so serious that it's the end of the world, but at the same time take it as a learning lesson so that we can improve. That's the conjunction to Pluto that's going on. It's like, okay, now we've learned this lesson, and now, okay, you know, if I keep doing the same mistake again and again and again and laughing about it, now that's an issue. But if we make a mistake, we learn from ourselves and are able to correct ourselves, that's how we progress forward and create the transformation, the emotional transformation in our lives. All right. So that is our day, my friends. I hope you have a beautiful Sunday fun day. I hope you have a wonderful time with your families if you're getting together for Easter. Have a beautiful day. We'll see you tomorrow.